Hey guys, real quick, I want to cover this on the euro. Long term versus intermediate term. This is both for the euro and the dollar. So I kind of had a few questions about this. So guys, look, when the market starts to break out longer term, there always is this point where the intermediate and the near term is oversold, but you'll hit them down because you don't want to miss the longer term move. So back here in 2014, when we started to break the lows, these higher lows on the euro, we were pretty oversold on the hourly, but you had several chances here to get on board this down move, and this was one of the best global macro trends, 2014, 2015, and it looks like this may be the start of a similar move. So today, even though we're oversold, right, on the hourly, you guys can see how we were in a range. You see how tight the bands were. You see the pi and 200, right? And now it's starting to all kind of form a waterfall. This is starting to show you the potential of a serious new longer term move. And so we were um, short cover, because we were in the range. Well, now that we broke the range, when you cover and you don't get the bounce, it's okay to hit them back down. So this is why I'm doing this video. I want you guys to understand this. So you short, you cover, and now I sold, I sold below where I covered prior, right? Earlier in the week. And that's because I'm selling the longer term time frame, guys. So the weekly, it's kind of tough to show. Um, it's not the best platform for doing this. Hold on a sec. I don't know if I can zoom in this correctly. There we go. All right, so guys, you see how this is the weekly. So we failed at the upper band, but this is a pretty intense real money bar so far for this week. And if we take out these lows around 109, this thing is going to be at new lows pretty soon. So I resold a piece today based on what I think this weekly chart's going to look like. And I want to be 1, 2, 3 million short if this thing rolls over longer term. So that's why I hit them down today on the hourly 4 hour, right? We are oversold, but I want to get a piece on, and then if we bounce, so be it. I mean, you can look at the Stoke guys on the weekly, daily, monthly, and if every cycle rolled over, you could assign a size for that. Well, the weekly and monthly have already crossed back lower. The daily is trying to do it. So I'm okay leaning short down here, even though we're oversold, and I want this chance to sell the 4 hour and the hourly and build up my position. Because if you wait too long, this see how these bands are starting to peel out? I'm telling you, this might be the start of a longer term move. So if you're waiting for 108, 107, you're just gonna be late. So anyway, I like how the weekly crossed here. The monthly did the same thing again. It's about halfway down the middle of the cycle across. All right, the daily is already low, so that's what I mean. We're oversold, but any bounce back about halfway in here, 111, 112, 111.75. I think this might be the start of something. I may be wrong, but that's how I'm setting up for it. So I'm doing that in the euro. Um, what else did I do that in? No, euro and Z's not there. And then we'll keep an eye on this dollar yen. continues to creep up here to 104.5. You know my call is we might go back to 107, 108. Oh, dollar, you know, the euro short is the same as dollar index futures long. So it's the same thing. I mean, I think this weekly chart's setting up. This is just bullish, guys. We had this nice run. We had a consolidation period. The bands got tight, and then boom. We want to be long this calendar looking for long this candle looking for new higher highs. So, I mean, look at that. This candle reminds me of this right here. Doing the same thing. Quiet consolidation, boom. Consolidation, boom. So we'll see. I like trying to build a core longer term. You know, worst case, our stop is right below this low. There's a lot of room for us to make higher highs. Anyway, I hope that answers a couple of questions I had about the euro. That's why I was selling them down late in the day. We got to try to build into a longer term position. So just stay tuned and I'll show you how we kind of work into that. All right, guys, have a good evening.